everyone and welcome to another episode on the Ordinary Boy Boxing channel. Now in today's video it's my quick pick, my prediction for the upcoming fight between Derek Chisora and Otto Wallin. The fight goes down on the 8th of February, so that's this Saturday. It's happening at the Co-op Live Arena up in Manchester. Going into the fight, Derek Chisora has a record of 35 wins and 13 losses. This will be his 49th fight. His last 5 opponents was Joseph Parker, who he lost to, Pulev, who he beat, Tyson Fury, he lost to, Gerald Washington, he beat, and Joe Joyce, really good victory from Derek Chisora, he beat him. Going on to Otto Wallin, his last 5, Rydell Booker, he beat, Helaman Olguin, he beat, Murat Gassiev, he beat, Anthony Joshua, he lost to, and I'm really going to struggle with this name. There's always one name I struggle with, and it's going to be this one. Ono Ride Hiwami, I'm going to go for. Let me know in the comments if I've butchered that name. He beat him. I did a poll on the channel to see what you guys think is going to be the result of this fight. At 4% of you think that Wallin is going to win by knockout. 21% of you think Chisora wins on points. 25%, just a few more, think Wallin wins on points. And half of you, so 50%, believe that Derek Chisora will win this fight by knockout. So, before I give my prediction, I'm just going to go into a few things. First off, a little bit about both fighters. Derek Chisora is a bit of a veteran now in the boxing game. As I said, he's at 49. This will be his 49th fight. He's saying it's called The Last Dance. He's saying this is his last fight in the UK. And from what I'm hearing, he wants to go to 50 fights, which I'm guessing would be in Saudi Arabia, the 50th. He's known as Warhorse Chisora. He's been known as Del Boy, War Chisora, probably other things. He's had a long career. He's got a lot of wins. He's got quite a lot of losses. He's coming off a win against Joe Joyce, which, as I said, was a really, really good win for Derek. Unexpected. It probably says more about where Joe Joyce is than Chisora, but I will give Chisora credit in the fact that he, and I've said this in previous videos, he's almost had a renaissance of his career. He seems like he's been better in the last 5 years than he was 10 years ago. But I do, don't get it twisted. He needs to retire very, very soon. We're not going to see him get any better from now on. He is known for his aggressive style. He likes to bully opponents, smother them, use his weight, big crazy hooks, and I'll give him credit. He's kept his stamina to do that for 12 rounds for the most part. On to Otto Wallin. Now, Wallin's resume isn't fantastic, but he kind of got a bit of notoriety for the hard fight he gave Tyson Fury, and this was a prime Tyson Fury at that. He gave him nightmares. Fury was cut. He could have won that fight. He also went on to fight Anthony Joshua recently. He didn't put a good performance in for that. Yeah, he got battered. I think he retired in the corner from memory, so it wasn't a good display. He's a very good boxer. He's very tricky. He's very slick. He's not known for his knockout power, but he's a very tricky fighter for Chisora. Plus, he's a southpaw, which is not good for Chisora. Chisora famously does not do well with southpaws. He did bounce back after the Joshua loss against that person who I'm going to struggle to say his name. This is the last time I'm going to try and say his name. Ono Ride Iwami, which was, I don't know anything about him. I'm guessing that was just a kind of a comeback fight. He's a rangy boxer. He's got a good jab. He likes to keep his opponents at bay, use his jab to try and keep them at bay. It's going to be very hard to do with Derek Chisora. Predictions from the boxing community that I've seen, Eddie Earn is leaning slightly to Chisora, I think, because of his aggressive style. Frank Warren, the same, pretty much. A lot of the boxers and pundits I've heard are it comes across they're thinking with the heart and not the head. You know, they go, Chisora could do this, but it's going to be tough. The things to watch out for me in this fight is Chisora's aggression. Will it be effective aggression? Chisora's very good at being aggressive, but sometimes it's not effective. But sometimes it is. It depends if he can. It depends on how the opponent deals with that aggression. I mean, Usyk. I mean, a lot's made of the Usyk-Chisora fight. Usyk beat Chisora, right? But Usyk struggled with Chisora. He struggled with him leaning on him and his weight and him not giving Usyk any space. And if Otto Wallin could be the same, he could struggle with the fact that he's not going to get much space in there when he's against Chisora. The other thing is Wallin's jab. Can Chisora deal with that? He didn't deal with it with Fury. Fury's got a very, very good jab. And then experience, you know, that will go to Chisora. But both of them have been in enough fights now where I don't think experience is going to be a massive, massive factor. Potential outcomes for this fight. Decision win for Wallin is probably the bookies pick, I'm going to say. A decision win for Chisora. If that happens, I can imagine being a close decision. And then a knockout. Don't see Wallin knocking Chisora out. If he does, then Chisora needs to forget about a 50th fight because his punch resistance is completely gone. A knockout for Derek is possible. If Wallin's punch resistance gone, you know, you never know. He was stopped by Joshua, then I suppose that could happen. But as for my prediction, so how do I see this fight going? So I'll be honest, I don't think this is going to be a very good fight. I'm not particularly looking forward to it. I don't think it's going to be a very good watch. I think Chisora, I don't think the styles blend well, to be perfectly honest with you. I think Chisora's going to be trying to maul, lay on him. What Chisora does well is when he's mauling or he's holding or whatever, just trying to get his stamina back because, you know, he's getting on in age. He needs those little breaks, and that's how he does it. So I think you're going to see a lot of that. I think you see a lot of holding, a lot of grabbing. Him trying not to give Wallin space. I think Wallin will have when Wallin does get the space, that's when he will shine. I think this fight goes the distance. I don't think Wallin will be able to knock Derek out. And I don't think Derek's going to catch Wallin with the punch to knock him out. I think Wallin's too clever of a fighter. So I think this does go to points. And then I think it's going to be a hard one to judge, actually. I do, with the way I think the fight's going to go, like quite messy. But I'm going to give a prediction. I believe I'm going to go for Wallin to win. Win on points. Maybe the scorecards are quite different because, as I said, I think it's going to be hard to judge. One judge might have it wide for Wallin, another one may have it closer. You could also maybe you'll see a split decision as well. I'll tell you what, I'll go for that. My prediction is Otto Wallin to beat Derek Chisora by split decision. I don't think it's going to be a fantastic fight to watch. I don't think either man's going to look great in there. I really don't. I think Wallin's going to be smothered a lot, and she's always just going to be holding a lot and trying to throw these hooks that, again, I think Wallin's too clever to get caught by. Obviously, I could be completely wrong. Do let me know in the comments below who you're picking for Derek Chisora versus Otto Wallin in the last dance. And also, who would you like to see Derek Chisora fight for his, I'm guessing, his last 50th fight? There's been a bit of talk about Dillian Whyte. I could see that happening, I suppose. Do let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a like. Share it if you can. And I shall see you all in the next video.